So yeah, welcome to the first ever episode of YYC Hip Hop Daily podcast titled Get Into the Bag.
Get Into the Bag.
So the first episode of Get Into the Bag podcast, hosted by yours truly, Polo Sho. I'm an MC, an entrepreneur based out here in YYC. And my first guest with me for this episode is YYC MC. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Tea Fannie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go by the name of Tea Fannie. I'm a YYC MC. I started out in Edmonton, but let's not talk about it. It's about Calgary. I've been here for long enough now that Calgary is my home, and we taking it all the way.
Yeah. And so yeah, this is a hip hop podcast. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you want to tune in and catch some more hip hop. Basically, just to give you guys the format, I won't always be doing this, telling you guys the format before we start. Hopefully you'll know it. We're going to talk some hip hop, local, global, international. We're going to speak with our artists here, our guests, be like a short interview. And then we're going to kick it into a quick freestyle,
Ow.
Spit some bars on the spot. So to set it off, first of all, I want to thank you for being here, like making it through, being the first guest. Tea Fannie. Let's set it off. So first off, I wanna start locally.
Okay.
I think we had a fellow YYC MC just release a project.
K the Chosen.
K the Chosen, yeah. Shout out K the Chosen.
Shout out K the Chosen. He had a song on his album called Her Anthem, and it has Z the Free, Bivita. I always mess up your name, girl, but you know it's all right.
Bivita?
It's Bivita.
Bivita.
Yeah, it is. Bivita. Beat me next time you see me, B, because I deserve that one. And I don't know who the third girl is. I haven't met her yet, unfortunately. To me, she's new on the scene. Apparently, she's a singer, but who can also rap. But I mean, seeing the video, I was just like, Calgary.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Calgary. Is it
Doris Selena?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just like that. The talent was crazy. These girls went off. And then the fact that it's a guy and it's his album and he just had 3 females just like rip a song and still put it, you did a whole video. It was just, it was a lot. Like Calgary, I'm so proud of Calgary right now.
Yeah. That was some, much respect to him, because that was K the Chosen. That was some, that was definitely some music executive shit right there, That was some like, I don't even need to do verses on this. We got the hook. We just need to get 3 ladies to kill the verses.
Yeah.
We got the record. And we checked out the video just before we started this.
Yeah.
And absolutely fire video, amazing visuals.
Like the concepts was really well done. And I'm always so proud of Calgary when I see us doing some epic stuff. Like actually Ben Ugly too. He just dropped, and even his video had like a cute little thing at the end with like I don't know who it was, but it's probably definitely somebody in his family, and like just jumping into the lake. Like you could tell it was just like a family vibe. It was just like cool summer party. You guys are just having fun. And you just happened to video it. You know what I mean? That's the vibe that I got from it. It was cool. That was Ben Ugly's summer jam.
Word.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see from local artists. I feel like for a while there, I'm sure you've seen it. It was the music video where you're showing like parts of the city as you're rapping,
or an Airbnb.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's dope to see like independent artists getting more creative locally, right? Like, 'cause that's, it just shows, it inspires, inspires others, right?
100%. Even Miss Benzo too, actually, like that video that she had Runaway. And she had like the drone and everything, and she went out in the middle of nowhere and found like some abandoned house somewhere and just had like a whole concept. It was very, I love the concept videos. I love what's coming out right now. Ugh.
Yeah. So shout out K the Chosen. Hopefully get him on this podcast soon. Shout out Ben Ugly. Shout out Miss Benzo. Definitely looking forward to seeing all you soon. And the music is always sounding good as always.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Another thing we wanted to talk about. So, we want to talk about Wale.
Yeah.
Specifically, I don't know when this is Fulani 2.
Yeah.
And I don't know when this album, it dropped just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it's like a couple weeks fresh.
Yeah. But yeah, so just to give them some insight, you definitely fuck with Wale.
I'm a Wale fan, yeah.
And yeah, I fuck with Wale too. Like, I haven't been through all the album. I've checked out some of the songs, and I checked out the single, obviously with J. Cole. What's Poke It Out? Pretty dope record. But yeah, we want to get into this is segueing into another conversation, right?
Right, yeah.
And so yeah, do you want to lead us into that?
Well, because as much as I love Wale, my homegirl Anisha Haiku, who's very much into stop using the samples. Like, we've heard all of this already, especially our age. We're just like, we've heard it. We want something new.
When you say sample, do you mean like a beat that was made from a sample, or a beat where it's like you recognize the original song?
Where you recognize the original song. They can either use like, whether you're using like the same hook, or ripping the whole beat of it, or taking like a piece of the beat. There's so many.
So you definitely mean like sampling in general.
Yeah, like sampling. It's everywhere, and I'm 70-30. It's not like I hate it.
Yeah.
I just wish that you could be more creative, because the producers that I work with right now, they'll like take that, but like strip it, flip it, just murder it, so you can't even tell that they use that sample. You know what I mean? I just want people to be more creative. That's why I love Poke It Out, but like I love Vibrant Thing more. So it makes me want to go back and listen to Q-Tip.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like I don't want to hear it twice.
I feel you. Definitely, I'm a producer myself, and coming up, like, that's how I started producing, was with samples. And still, like, majority, like, the hip-hop I prefer to listen to, like, and maybe it's because I'm just ahead that way. Like, I want to hear, like, a beat. When I hear a beat with a crazy sample, when I hear, like, the first 10 seconds of the song, and I'm like, yo, they're going to loop this, aren't they? And I'm like, oh, my God, this loop is crazy. Like, for me, it's... Like,
it depends. Like, it has to be done. Like, there's some that I really like Tana Taylor's How You Want It.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I really love it.
Tiana Taylor has, like... I mean, that whole album that Kanye produced was basically all samples, though.
Keep that same energy, fam.
Yeah.
But I like how she did that one. Like, that one was really...
So, like, I do feel like... Yeah, I feel like what you said to me earlier was like, you kind of you preview the Wale album, and you're like, I heard samples on there. I can't fuck with this. And I'm like, what?
No. You know what I was doing? I was going back because I was trying to figure out if because Fulani 2 is literally the whole album is samples. And so I was wondering if maybe like that's just Fulani in general. So like I went back to his first one, Fulani, and yeah, I listened to 3 songs and I was like, yeah, it's all samples. So now I get it. Like it's Fulani might just be Wale's sample. Like when
like his like sample album.
Right. Who was it? Not Trey Songz would do mixtapes when he was coming up. Like he'd have his big albums, but the mixtapes, and he would call it like Jack and Beats or something like that. And he would just take people's beats and just like rip them apart. Right. And a lot of times his versions were better than their versions. You know? But I don't know. I like it.
It's like a series for him.
And that's my way of letting him get away with it, because I'm like a huge fan of Wale.
Yeah.
I'll make excuses for him all day.
Shout out Wale. Wale is a fellow Nigerian. That Fulani is actually his Nigerian name, right? Like that's his first name.
Okay? Interesting.
So yeah, shout out Wale. Definitely like to see him succeed.
I did not know. I just like him too because he's a Virgo. So I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, I guess we can. This is where like the conversation of hip hop always like it becomes this like. More if it's almost like a newer versus older style, because the sampling is definitely the original hip hop, whereas today, a Young Thug or, even a Drake, his most recent album, it's not really sample beats, right? He's working with these same producers that are making like bangers, and if they are using a sample, like you're saying, it doesn't sound like a sample.
Right, it doesn't sound like it. You got to go read the credits to find out like where they really pieced it from. But I don't know, I love it. Like even the other day I had a session with Junior T, and he took like a Sade sample, and by the end, like by the time he was done making the beat, I listen to it still and I don't know where the sample is.
I mean, that's definitely what you want. Also for like copyright issues, if you can completely flip it so that they can't tell there's a sample in there, then you don't have to be like.
I mean, it's true, but I mean,
a sample in there.
You still get the credit. I think you still get, but it was just I don't know, to be able to do that is you don't need to, like, and I'll use like little lines here and there in my music that are like nods to old school hip hop,
Yeah.
But I don't know, I won't take a whole hook, like.
I feel you. So I guess there's different parts of this. There's definitely the sampling in general, as in the art of making a beat with sampling audio, and then there's also interpolating, like when sometimes rappers always like quote Biggie lines here and there, but then doing a whole like hook. It's like I see where you're coming from.
Right, like if somebody was to come up with like, I love it when you call me Big Papa, like it didn't. I swear somebody probably tried to do Big Mama at one point. I hope so, because like I can't be the first one that thought of it. But I'm sure it's out there somewhere. It just doesn't fit. Just come up with your own Big Mama type concept. Like, it's just, it's not that difficult. I don't know.
There definitely just needs to be a moment. You know what I mean? Like, there definitely just needs to be like I feel like if you're making an album, like a proper album, it needs to be a balance of everything. At least for me, you know what I mean? Like, so. If that's to me, I feel like I haven't heard like an album in recent times that I'm like, yo, that's a classic hip hop album.
Yeah.
But if that was to happen, I would imagine it would have some sample shit in there. It will have some modern day like, not sampled shit. That's at least to me. So it would have to be a balanced.
But that's because that's like the world we live in. Like when I did my album in December, the second album, my nod to the 90s was putting skits in between each song, as opposed to like sampling. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like there's like ways. I'm impartial, because like DJ Khaled, was it the Rihanna Bryson
he does.
Tiller?
DJ Khaled is definitely notorious for just like,
I stole another one. Like he's very notorious for it. But at the same time, like, I mean, Wild Thoughts is lit.
He makes hits with those songs, right? Like,
right, like it's lit.
But like, it is like, damn, that whole, like, if you hear that, like everyone that knows the original like Santana song, immediately it comes on. It's like, yo, damn near they ripped the whole guitar. Like,
but the thing is like, yo, that's one of my top, like that's in my top 5 songs. Maria is in my top 5, again, and Wild Thoughts is up there now too.
And the art of sampling, of what people might say it's not creative, is being able to pick good samples. You know what I mean?
If you do something with it, like that's fine. But like it's just, I feel like I hear it so often that it's really few and far in between where I actually like what they did. Like the only Aaliyah flip was Tink. Tink did One in a Million, and Timbaland like made that beat and like put his stamp on it and everything. You know what I mean? So I think because of all of that, I liked what they did with it. But I don't know if anybody else can touch an Aaliyah song. I don't know. I heard Kalani do it, and then I was mad. She did the Come Over. Can I stop by? Yeah, she took the whole hook. It's weird.
Damn.
Not a fan.
Well,
like I said, I'm 70-30. We'll say that. I'm 70-30, 70 being the like F samples.
That's fair enough. I believe that I love them, but I don't like, I'm not oblivious to like, because I listen to artists who their whole album is just going to be like New York rappers, and that's like all the beats they're going to rap on are just going to be like straight from the crates. And I like that, but it's like I feel like that's why I said it would be a moment if someone was to drop a proper album, like a solid album, and they have different beats on there that match, like feeds everyone. Because I feel like hip hop, like this conversation we're having right now, it stems back to the, it sounds like you just like the old school like sample shit and she likes the new school like stuff. Whereas, I feel like it's all a balance. Hip hop is just like, in the 90s, it was just hip hop was this one thing.
Yeah.
Rap bars on boom bap beats, or you don't make hip hop.
And what I heard was a challenge.
Like,
What I heard was, okay, what you want my new album to be like? I'm gonna keep all of this in mind for my next project. 100%.
100%. This is where we're artists. So like this is what you want to think about. I feel like to me, that's what a good album is, right? Like it has moments on it. Like it's not just, I feel like whenever it's just the same beat throughout, maybe they can have that, it can diversify, but more often than not, it sounds like sonically like one dimensional.
Yeah.
But whenever it's like, he had like, and I'm just giving an example, maybe there's a rock song here, there's like, or, like a punk inspired song here, and like, the album is just dynamic when you listen to it. There's a sampled beat here. It feels like a journey. It's like, it feels like a good movie. It was like,
That's that is interesting, because I like to listen to different genres of music, so I always like to incorporate that into my songs. This new stuff will be very interesting. I'm definitely going to keep that in mind.
Yeah, as you should.
That's nice validation too, to know. But the samples, I don't know, man. I'll think about it.
We'll think about it, yeah. So I guess we'll agree to disagree on the samples, but yeah.
You still have my 30%.
Yeah. But yeah, I love samples 100%, and I love like the alternative 100%. I'm saying that they work.
They work hand in hand.
I'm not just gonna like hear an artist I love's album and hear a sample and be like, what? I can't listen to this.
Y'all
sampling on this?
No. I'm not that bad. I promise. But like, maybe I won't listen to it twice.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. There might be some joints on there. You never know. But yeah.
But no, I mean, I'll listen to it once. But that's like Wale's album. Like when I noticed it was all samples, so I think I only listened to it like 3 times, which is pretty low for me. Yeah.
That's fair. So yeah, let's agree to disagree on the samples. Shout out to Wale and that Falari 2 album. I definitely gotta get through that album. It is, because all the songs I've heard already are fire. So
get past Poke It Out. I know it's fire, but stop pressing repeat. Get past Poke It Out.
It's a dope song. Shout out J. Cole as well. We want to talk about some Kanye.
Donda.
Some Ye. He I think they said he legally changed his name to Ye now.
Right, so it's disrespectful, actually.
The artist formerly known as Kanye West, it's now Ye. He just did a Drink Champs interview at the time of recording this. That was last night when the interview came out. I haven't seen that interview yet, but we just previewed some clips from the interview. One of the things that's making headlines from the interview, and it's looking like Big Sean is actually going to do, he said he's going to do a Drink Champs next.
Yay.
To like air out his shit.
Yep.
Basically, Kanye said that signing Big Sean is the worst decision he's ever made, like in his life or career or something along those lines. And the summary of it, though, from what I got from it, was that, like when Kanye was running for president, which is like, in a flash of a moment, like during,
right.
we
didn't even think he was being serious, but okay.
It's like, John Legend and Big Sean, 2 good music artists that he claims like, he really helped them out, like especially Big Sean, and that's there is truth to that statement. He really did give Big Sean a start in the music industry.
And John Legend too. Actually, I've seen old school, even with Common back in the day.
Yeah. And so he's just saying like, he gave this guy a start, like these guys their start, and then when he was running, basically like the Democrats, they allowed themselves to be used by the Democrats against him. Is the summary of it, and he was like, "That's some sellout shit."
That to me is like, I need to hear more of the story, because if they went to the Democrats, did they maliciously do it to go behind Kanye's back, or was it like, because we all thought Kanye was joking, you know what I mean?
No.
So like, was it like really, I'm gonna go behind the Democrats to like crush Kanye, or was it just like, I've just always been a Democrat and I'm just supporting the Democrats?
Yeah, I mean, like Kanye, like it was really like, remember Kanye didn't have a party, right? Kanye was it was the birthday party. He wasn't running like Republican or.
I'm screaming. I didn't even know all of that.
Or Democrats, right? Like his whole thing was like, we can't have a 2-party system. I want to show you guys that that you guys should vote for this.
But there are more than 2 parties.
But, it still just always comes down to the 2, But yeah, he was just trying to make like, don't, I don't know why I'm trying to like fucking rationalize.
No,
that.
it's cool. Ye is your people's. No, he's a genius. Like Ye is a genius, and I get that. He says stupid things sometimes. I just feel like I can't wait to hear what Big Sean has to say, because the story just seems not enough.
Yeah, I think it is like, you know how towards like pretty close to the election, like Lil Wayne came out and like supported Trump like at a fucking Trump rally.
Right.
And Lil Pump did as well. Like he came out. Do you remember all this? Like,
I remember that.
This wasn't a thing. It was literally like, I imagine like as part of your campaign, like, yo, this is a bag. Get all these influencers in this community to.
That's what they did. Yeah, they were trying to get black votes.
I imagine that's what that was. Like, you know, Democrats going to like Big Sean or these
right.
guys like, yo, here's a bag. Like,
so I feel like Kanye is just mad that like those two didn't say no. But like if they didn't say no, or if they did say no, there would have been two other black people in replacement of them. So I don't understand. Like, there's more of why you're really mad at them.
Yeah. So, yeah. Again, I haven't checked out this whole podcast. I don't know the whole story.
Boo, yay.
And I know that, yeah, there's obviously Twitter is probably reacting to it as we speak.
Donda.
Just from what it seems like right now, it definitely doesn't seem cool. It seems like Kanye was on some power trip shit and was like, yo, everyone that's with me has to, like, now that I'm running for president, you guys gotta rock with me, you know?
Yeah.
And in my mind, I feel like if I was Big Sean and I was already a Democrat, and I don't know if this is the case, but like, you know, that is my political belief or whatever, and that's what I was gonna do. And the Democrats come to me, you know, offered me a bag to like publicly like support.
Get in the bag.
Like,
get into the bag.
My homeboy is like, yo, I'm starting my own party. Like, you know, like.
It's such like a support me. I'm starting out my own new thing.
So yeah.
Sorry, Ye. Yeah, I'm sorry. And you know what? I don't know. There was that little thing that irked me too, that his album title is called Donda, right? That's after his mom. All the respect that he has for his mom. Yeah. But you changed the name that your mom gave you at birth.
From Kanye to Ye, yeah. I see.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. There's certain people, characteristics.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm glad that we're not friends. Ye.
I feel like I've been such a Ye fan for so long, like from the jump, like from his very first album to now, and I would always like love him on the artist side of things, but it's like just to see the decline as a person, and I don't even want to say that because I still want to believe that, you know, I want to believe that there's, you know, the old Kanye is in there, or, you know, this is just like a growth thing.
Listen, I was where you were because I told you.
You're like, listen, like.
I was a Nicki fan from 2007. I defended her like we were best friends. I totally get it, fam. I was like waiting for her to come out. She came out with the Pills and Potions, and I was like, Plies remix was better though. But it just, like, she's going through some stuff. I get it, you know?
Yeah.
He's going through some stuff. I mean, have you, like, Kim, that's a woman. You know what I mean? Yeah. You lose, I can't even. Kanye's going through some stuff. Leave him alone.
Yeah, like shit. Anyways, so yeah, there's obviously more headlines from that podcast, more people that he flamed. So this is just, we're just like brushing over it, but yeah.
I can't wait.
Shout out Kanye. Shout out Big Sean. Yay, my bad.
Yes, yeah.
Big Sean actually just dropped an EP with Hit Boy. It's actually really hard. I really fuck with Big Sean.
I fuck with Jhené Aiko, so I fuck with Big Sean.
Yeah. I don't know if they're dating. Are they?
In my head, yes.
Yeah.
In my head, they're forever like fuck buddies. Sorry, no swearing.
Maybe that makes sense.
I swear, I'm sorry. F buddies.
No, yeah, you can do you.
Beef buddies.
But yeah, he definitely didn't sound like he was in a relationship on that new EP. So I was like, oh, really? Like, is there someone?
Okay.
Okay. Or yeah, no, maybe they're fuck buddies. Like, but
I just feel like they're just like genuinely good friends. Yeah, that's what
because they make great records together,
right? That's what I get from them. I'm just like, you know what, you guys don't need to make babies because you made babies for my ears.
Damn. That's nice. All right, so for our last general topic, we're going to just mention that Facebook is doing a name change or a rebrand. They're calling themselves the parent company. Just to be clear, Facebook, the website, and the social media app that you currently know is not changing its name. The parent company of Facebook, which owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and probably other things, is changing their name to Meta. And they have a new logo with that.
I got it tatted, guys.
Damn. How do you feel about that?
I had this first. That's how I feel, okay? Okay, so to be honest, I don't really care. But there are people that do care. I've heard so many things. I've heard that it's like ripping off indigenous culture at one point because of the logo. I've heard that just the name in general and the new direction that they're trying to go in is like foolish. I'm just like, these are things that like I can't change, you know? Mm-hmm. Like Facebook has been stupid to me. I'm sorry. Like Facebook is just, ugh. I use Instagram because like what else are you going to do? You have to use one of the two. Mm-hmm. And Twitter, you know, I'm trying to get on that Twitter. All of these platforms, man, like Facebook, I could care less. I'm so happy that you changed your parent name. I hope that maybe, I hope that like, I hope the security and shit gets better, you know? Like, I hope that, I heard that they're really trying to like make it into a virtual reality, like, actual world. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I fucks with that because I'll buy some VR glasses.
That sounds pretty crazy.
I like that. I would do that. But yeah, no, Facebook's been creepy and it's never not been creepy. So if this new parent company can show me and prove to me that you're not creepy, then I'll like go back to Facebook pretty hard. But
yeah, definitely. I feel like that's how a lot of people feel about Facebook these days. It's like, nah, it's not really happening there. But yeah, I saw a little like ad he did like with or presentation he did with the name change, just saying that they are trying to, like, right now they're currently a social media company. That's how they're viewed, but they would like to be known like with this name change as like more of a virtual reality company, and that's what they're going to start focusing on over the next 10 years is virtual reality technology. That's
scary as hell because you already have all this personal information.
Yeah, right?
Like you're not starting a new platform. That's scary as hell. Y'all need to ask more questions.
Yeah. So, I don't even want to say shout out Mark Zuckerberg. But yeah, like, you know, they're still killing shit though. Like,
we're going to be in a virtual reality world where all of our information is, y'all ain't hearing this properly. I'm like having a mini like attack.
You're gonna be spending. You know how like people are spending a lot of time on Instagram already or whatever it is, social media. It's gonna be like if it's a whole world that Facebook has created for you and they know everything about you. They know what you like all. You know what I mean? Like you'll never leave. Like,
Fam, I'm just getting into like NFTs and stuff right now. That the world and those people that are in that world that know a lot about it. Mm-hmm. They're already in that virtual world. So, like, I can't imagine.
Like, they're already
Facebook. Oh, my God.
Yeah, fuck.
Y'all don't understand. Yeah. This is some real shit that's about to happen. Yeah. Anyways.
It's 2021, but, like, those guys are somewhere else. But, yeah. So, yeah, that kind of concludes all our topics.
I'm scared.
About tigers. That's a good one to end on. And now on to our next segment. Just a brief conversation with our guest here, YYC MC Tea Fannie.
Hi.
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
That's actually a song from my latest album. Hello.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Damn. It's called Poppin'. But it's actually about. My friend had a conversation. She was talking to her girl, and her girl told her that she doesn't understand Black people problems because she's light skinned. And I was like, so I did a whole song about that. I was pretty pissed off about it. So it's melanin poppin', melanin poppin', melanin poppin'. Shout out to LeVar on the beat. He's an Edmonton producer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what's actually poppin', man? I'm hibernating now. I went hard all summer and did like a bunch of shows everywhere. I went all the way from like Ontario back to BC, Alberta. It was really fun driving around everywhere. And now I'm just like, hey, I'm trying to focus and find new avenues to make money off my music, because there's lots of different ways.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm going back kind of into hibernation, and except for when I'm K-Riz's hype man, then I have to be on. But otherwise, I'm hibernating.
Chilling.
I'm out for you though.
Yeah. Thank you again for coming out. First guest to the Getting to the Bag podcast.
Getting to the bag.
So yeah, I guess just to get a bit more insight into your process of you being in the studio. I know you've like worked with a lot of artists like locally. I'm curious, like, what is it like for you to get into, like, what do you have to do to get into the zone to like, yo, we're gonna get this song done today? You know what I mean? Is it like, yo, I need to roll a joint that's this length, you know?
I know,
like,
right? It's so, okay. So peanut butter M&Ms are my thing. I have them like usually in the car just in case, like ready. And a spliff, definitely. Depending on the studio, if you can smoke in the studio, I'm usually like spliff after spliff. But for me, I have a lot of like concepts written down randomly, like that I'll think of songs and then I'll write down like a one line in my phone. So if I'm drawing a blank, then I'll go through them and then that'll give me like a jump start to start writing. But for the most part, I've been fortunate enough to kind of like let the beat tell me what to write about. Yeah. So I'll like the last one that I did with Junes was nice because he played the beat, and for some reason, the only thing that I heard of, for the love of lost to the love of it, I don't even know what the fuck that really meant. But like it made sense as I started writing it out. But that is just, sometimes, the process is like, if the beat tells me to write about, that's what I write about. Yeah.
I definitely feel that. I feel like, I mean, you hear like, when you're freestyling as well, like with different beats come on, you're like, yo, I gotta like, this is a different vibe. I gotta talk about a love story on this, or I gotta be in my bag for this one, like, so yeah, I
Get
definitely
into the bag.
Yeah, we're gonna be making a record for that. But yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, all good.
I have that Rick Ross song stuck in my head. It's from his first album.
He has a song called Getting to the Bag?
No, but it's like, I'm mad, I'm back, I'm black, I'm strapped. What you want? Anyways.
Oh, I know.
But like
Port of Miami.
Yes.
I know the song you're talking about. I forget the name.
Yeah, I think it's actually, anyways. So yeah, I have that in my head though with the Getting to the Bag. I just have it so like 70s gangsta, getting to the bag. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry. Off track, but on track at the same time.
Yeah. No, but yeah, just saying that you can always find, there's always words on the beat. If you're an artist and you definitely identify yourself as an artist and you hear a beat that you connect with, there's always words. There's always a story there waiting for you. But yeah, that's dope. So peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah. Peanut butter M&Ms for sure. And I always put two at the same time. I can't have just one. It has to be two.
I feel you.
Yeah, one on each side of like.
Oh, well, that's different. But yeah, I was like, I can understand not just one and one, but like one on each side. Like
yeah, because it's like a slow.
I can't like.
Yeah, it's a slow it's a slow process. Yep. They sit in there for a really long time, and I just like write it out. And then when I'm done writing, then I have, or not done writing, but like I'll write like maybe however much, 4, 6, 8 bars, whatever. Then I'll roll my spliff and like go over it and like delivery wise, because that's one thing that I'm really working on is being able to write it out and have the delivery right then and there. It usually takes time to get to that point. Yeah,
I feel you on that. Yeah, I definitely am someone who likes to, if I'm recording a verse, I definitely like, or if we make the beat on the spot and like we're in a session, let's do the song. depending on how complex the verse is, I'm the kind of person that's like, nah, I'm gonna come back and record my verse. I might write the verse that day, I'll perform it, but I'm like, nah, I'm not out until I have a couple reps in. I sleep and wake up with it on my mind, like. But yeah, I definitely am. So I understand that it definitely, because it's more professional, right? Write the verse down and just like hit it.
I don't know. I don't know if it is like.
I mean, for me, and that's why like I would like to do that, but for myself, I know that again, if we're making a record and we're artists, we want the record to be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't, as much as I want to fucking like, yo, just spit the verse right now. I know that it's not. I'm gonna be fucking. Oh fuck! I missed this. Or you're gonna listen to the verse 32 times before the next time you're in the studio and be like.
See, but that's so true. Like that's so true. That's another thing that I learned from Junior T though was like, because I was literally when I first started, it was lights off, like sunglasses on. Nobody can see me in the booth. I just don't want to be seen. Like I'm so nervous. And then like when I met Junes. There was like a workshop of people and he like pointed to me and made me like go spit in front of like 20 freaking artists in Calgary. And like going from that to that, I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I can actually do it. But when we have our like sessions, it's right then and there. He's like, no, you just feel it and like how it comes out is how it's supposed to come out. But then we also have the opportunity to take it home, listen to it. I've listened to it to our songs that we've recorded. Like we have so much unreleased now, and I listen to it over and over and over again. So that any ones that I'm ready to release, I'll go and re-record before anything. But I like that the genuine, like some of them actually do come out.
Right. Sometimes you're like you don't even want to re-record the verse, right? Like you can't replicate that energy that we had that night. Like
But some just I don't know. I find that I can't hold true to one way of recording and writing.
Just being creative, and that's that's part of the process, right? That's why it's about it's creativity. It's so crazy to think, right? Like this thing didn't exist before, and then you just put this time in, and
right, like the cipher.
Now you have a thing. It's like
all of a sudden, boom, 3-minute song. Oh,
word.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Rebecca Dawn, and Z the Free. I cannot wait.
For those who don't know, we have that's on this YouTube channel as well, the YYC Hip Hop Daily Cyphers. We've put out 3 already. The 4th cipher is going to be an all-female cipher with
me,
Tea Fannie,
and Rebecca
starting it off.
Ew.
Rebecca Dawn and Z the Free. This is actually, it's hard as fuck. I mixed and mastered it myself. I actually shot the video for the cipher. I usually don't shoot cipher videos or videos at all, so that's dope. So,
and I wore this exact same outfit, I think. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure I did, though. So I wear uniforms.
Yeah. So look forward to that. That's hard as fuck. Anything else while we're just wrapping up the interview segment here? Like anything else that you have coming out, whether it's a collaboration with something or just something you're working on?
I have a lot. I have a few collaborations coming out. I'm dipping into different genres. So like I have a collaboration with Samantha Savage.
Okay.
Which is really cool. She's like alternative rock. I'm trying to get into country, get my Nelly on, Yeah. So look out for that. I have a few features and stuff. Mostly, I wanted to say though, I have an alter ego.
Okay.
Because I don't know. This might be a good topic for like in the future, but I don't know how female rappers separate their sexual stuff from their parents. I truly don't get it. I don't know how Cardi does it. I don't know how Megan does it. So I completely separated it. I have an alter ego. Her name is Hershey T. And she does the nasty, ratchet songs, photo shoots, all of that. But that way, I don't have to tell my brother or my parents. They could just look at Tea Fannie. And Hershey T is like, you have to like search for it. So that's on you if you find it. You know what I mean?
Hershey T. Where's that name from?
It's just, it's actually from my homeboy, Doe. Shout out to Doughboy. Free Doe. He gave me the name. It's because of chocolate, like, Hershey.
Oh, Hershey.
Yeah, right? And then also pronouns nowadays.
Like Hershey.
Everybody has to have their, pronouns. So, and then T, because Tea Fannie. So it's like literally Hershey and then T-E-A.
Oh, that's dope.
So Hershey T. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, so
if you're a freak, go look for that.
So does that artist, alter ego, does she put out music on Spotify?
Yeah, she has
dope.
she has an EP out. Oh my god, I really did that. Yeah, I have she comes out Side Chick Day every year, so that's the day after Valentine's Day. And I'm just working on that right now, and I do a lot of like boudoir photo shoots, which I'm going to right after this.
Nice.
And that's with Black Rooms Photography. So anytime I do like the boudoir shoots, and then the video shoots are with like the pole dancing studios that I know in the areas and stuff, or like, you know, it's all like really female empowerment, sexual shit.
Damn.
That my dad can never see. The last video we did in the dance studio in Leduc, out in Leduc, in Edmonton, and we did a thing. It was nice. We got the poles going and got like massages going and stuff, and it was fun. Fun.
I guess we won't be sharing like. We just like name drop it here, but we don't. You know, you're not gonna be sharing it on your like Tea Fannie. Like
I don't drops. Really like. Hershey Tea has a Twitter, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Because Twitter is a lot more free, and that Twitter is a lot of. It's a lot of freaks on Twitter. Did you know that? I'm
not. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm one of those people that need. I think I have a Twitter, but I'm not like. I'm not in the world of Twitter.
Twitter is definitely world, right? You can create your own world in Twitter.
Yeah.
Hershey Tea's world is a lot of sex traffickers.
Damn.
Yeah, but I try to get into the private parties and shit. So like, if anybody needs like performers for that, like Hershey Tea will do those private parties and stuff.
Did you say that right? Sex traffickers?
Yeah.
Isn't that like
a lot of hoes? Yeah.
Isn't that like scary? Like going to go perform there? Like.
I love hoes.
Yes. All right, well, that's Hershey Tea for you, like.
Yeah, you know. It's mostly because you're just performing. You're just like singing, you know.
Yeah. That's dope.
But yeah, she's the alter ego, and also I really don't want any of those sexual songs or ratchet songs to be what pops me, you know. So I'm just very careful with that. Yeah.
If it does pop you, then you're gonna have to like bury Tea Fannie then. Like.
Well, that's the issue.
You're gonna just have to
that's the issue. Like in my head, that's what happened to Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. Like I swear to God, shit. Because Megan has bars. Like Megan has lyrics for days, but she wastes it on like this ratchet stuff. But I feel like it's just because that's what popped her, and she's just gonna keep going with that. It's you know, like it's the lane. Yeah. But she has the ability to switch it on you when you're done with her like that.
Crazy.
She could go. Like I can't wait for Megan Thee Stallion. You know, people don't even know she's the GOAT. She
probably had like she was probably just Megan before like actually bars. And Megan
know what I mean?
Stallion was like her thing.
I'm just saying.
And then the A&Rs found Megan Thee Stallion. Damn.
Nah, man. If Hershey Tea starts popping before Tea Fannie, I'll be hella pissed. I'll be so jealous. I'll be so jealous.
Hershey Tea will be like trying to put Tea Fannie on, like.
I'll go.
Like, my girl, like.
It's true. I don't care. I'll go to Manifesto and do all the Tea Fannie songs. I don't care.
That's dope. So yeah, that's a lot of insight. Thank you for giving us that. So yeah, let's end off this podcast. Let's end it off on a high note here. We're just gonna get into the freestyle segment here. I only have one beat today. I don't know how long this beat is. Maybe it's 3 minutes. Maybe it's 4 minutes.
Okay.
So I'll start. I'll touch it for a bit. I'll get off it. You can touch it. If there's still time on it, I'll touch it. If there's still time, you know what I mean? Like, so let's just.
Okay.
But yeah, let's not try to keep the beat. Like, if you hop off, I gotta hop on, right?
Okay. No pressure. ASMR. Is that the right acronym? For those like sounds?
Yeah. I just want to shout out Sweetie Treaty.
The Sweetie.
Because it's like freestyling on the podcast. I feel like I got this idea from their format.
First time I ever did was on Sweetie Treaty.
So I feel like we're best from doing this somewhere else. So it's not like. Yeah. Yo, nothing new but the flow. I'm stepping in the field of some roses. I'm posing, yo, I'm focused. I hope they notice whose show is Every day I'm just trying to stay on my grind. You know it's young money staying on my mind. Yeah, I need paper for days. I ain't came here to play, nah. I just came here to make a change. Like when you break a bill, yo, I'm trying to make some mills. Walking down the studio, spitting up some stupid flows.
Yeah, some stupid flows. I'm trying to think of the verses I thought of though, but I can't think of shit, so I'm just gonna go off the top of my head like an indigo. Wait, that didn't make sense. Like, what's an indigo? That's a bookstore. I know that Kaya Publishing is in the bookstore. I'ma go buy that book. It's the hidden track. It's about the hidden tracks. All my hoes love that. Yeah, they love that shit because it's the whole track, the hidden track, the hidden. If you don't know about that, go read some books. It's a real good look.
Yeah, it's a real good look. Spit flows that will leave you real ass shook, yo. I'm getting up, yo. I'm not getting upset, yo. I'm up next, trying to get more checks. I'm just trying to stay while they getting more vexed, yo. Cruising in a Corvette, that's my future, like a future. Like a fortune teller, I could tell you what my tomorrow is gonna be. Know they adoring me. I know they hate to see what a young black entrepreneur is gonna be, yo. I stay flowing through the cinema, yo. Know they watching me on the big screen. What you wanna see is the one and only. Do his one, yo. Yeah.
Teafannie, they call me Teafannie, they call me Teafannie.
Woo.
Oh, cheers.
Yo, shout out to fucking Soy on that beat.
Yes.
I think we're gonna use that beat for something. But yeah, shout out to him. I don't think he knows I'm using it for this.
Thank you.
So yeah, shout out Tea Fannie. You came through with some bars. Yeah, it was some tight shit, man.
Thank you.
So yeah, this was Getting to the Bag podcast, episode 1, brought to you by YYC Hip Hop Daily. I go by Polo Sho. You can find me on all streaming platforms. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at
Meta.
Polo Sho. Meta and Instagram at Polo Sho YYC. And what about you?
Same here. You can find me, it's Tea Fannie. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Tidal, Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, all of them. teafanniemusic.com. I get the bag. I tries, you know, getting to the bag. So just Google it. I made it so that you can Google me. Just find me, figure out how to spell my name.
Spell it out for the one time.
And then find me. Teafannie. Teafannie. Teafannie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's you were spelling it like at the end of the fucking like verse.
Because I was ready. I was gonna
Free
go
promo,
into something. You know?
Yeah, like that's dope. Yeah, so yeah, again, thank you guys if you watch this whole thing for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Links for all of our content should be in the description. And yeah, until next week. Oh yeah, follow YYC Hip Hop Daily and follow Solace Studios YYC. If you're a recording artist here in the YYC or Alberta area, come through to Solace Studios. And yeah, till next week. Thank you guys.
And also, don't complain about people not putting on for the community if you're an artist and you're not supporting. That's all I'm going to say.
Big facts, big facts. Thank you, Tea Fannie. Have a good one, guys.
Yay.